Dis Unlimited proudly presents.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Dis Unlimited podcast. We are going to have a fun Disney news and discussion with some breaking news. We have the opening date and our first look at the menu of the Beak and Barrel, the pirate-themed bar, coming to the Magic Kingdom soon. I gotta hook you in here. We're also going to be talking a little bit about a Halloween bar coming to Disney Springs, and we are finally going to be answering some of your vacation planning questions that you have submitted to us this episode. Lots of fun stuff today. I am Rhino, and joining me for this discussion, we have Dreams Unlimited travel agent Hannah Anderson.
Hello.
We have Dreams Unlimited travel agent Teresa Eccles.
Hello.
And Dis theme park correspondent Chloe Ferreira.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Do you like how I remembered to say your title before your name today?
About time, right now.
I'm getting back. the medicine's working.
Good for you.
Before we get started on today's discussion, I want to remind everybody that this and everything that we do here is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. They are experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. When you book with them, it costs you nothing extra on your trip. You help support the channel and all of the content that we produce here. So you can check them out, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com, for a free, no obligation quote today. If you're looking for another way to support us, well, we have our Patreon at patreon.com/DisUnlimited. And over there, you're going to find exclusive content from different members of the Dis team, like our Patreon post show that we usually do live following the show. But today, we actually did it before the show because I have a couple of things I need to take care of. And so that's already over there and posted. The audio will be posted a little bit later today because it's video or audio. You have your pick of the litter over there. And we had a fun discussion about how we get hyped for Halloween that then obviously turned into a completely different conversation, as it often does, because that's the type of people that we are.
Surprise.
Hey, it's just who we are. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm pretty excited today. I feel like we've got a fun... I'm really excited about some of the stuff we're going to talk about. But before we do that, I want to know how everybody's weekend was. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? You doing good? Chloe, you continuing your movie journey?
Oh, yeah.
You see anything good?
You know it. I believe... yes, this was... I attempted to watch Terrifier 3. Did watch Terrifier 3.
Oh.
For research purposes of this season.
Was it aptly named?
Yes. I like the second one more, unfortunately.
Good
but
to know.
Yeah.
Right.
There's just a whole lot going on, and not a whole lot of questions are answered. But you know what? It's all right.
And then you saw Naked Gun last Tuesday.
Yes, I did watch Naked Gun. That was really, really good. Very funny. And then I just watched Muppets Take Manhattan classic, and I forgot how funny it was. How dare I forget how funny a Muppets movie can be?
Yeah, how dare you?
So, yeah,
You're
lots of movies. And I'm also catching up on Fallout, also for seasonal research purposes. So
now, Teresa, let me ask you this. Are you familiar with a scare zone that they've catered right to your interests for Halloween Horror Nights this year? I know you're not a big Halloween Horror Nights.
What is it?
Yeah.
It's called the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane, and it's literally like a vintage trick-or-treat style.
Oh my god!
Pumpkins on the trees everywhere. But all the trick-or-treaters have turned into like cat monsters.
they're giant.
So you're supposed to be like going up to this like old, generic sort of what you would think of like a classic old like haunted house.
But
sort
there's
of
like
thing.
giant cat scratch posts down it's in Central Park at Universal Studios.
Okay, I might
And then
actually
at the
need to
end,
go.
you should
I'm
go.
not even,
Calvin.
Teresa, I've been seeing the
Yeah.
photos and I was like,
I have
have
not
been
heard
thinking,
anything about this.
Or you could go during the daytime and just see the props.
can't you go to Halloween Horror
Yes, she
Nights?
can.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
I
should
can.
come with us.
It's not illegal for me to go or anything. Yeah.
No, but I mean without having you.
Yes.
You have
You
a
have a
person.
connection.
You have you have somebody in your life who could get you there, and it wouldn't cost you something.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Yep, they
How
get.
does that work?
I'll tell you after.
Okay, I was like, yeah. I was like, sorry.
Because he's never told me of this.
Well, he probably doesn't think you're interested in it. Does Calvin? Does he do?
he does
he
Halloween
go to
Horror
Halloween
Nights with his guys at work. They
Yeah.
do that, when they're whatever cast members or whatever you call them over there.
Team members.
Team members. Sorry.
Teamwork
I haven't
makes
been
the
to
dream
Halloween
work.
Horror Nights in probably. Okay, I'm gonna date it. I fell off the curb in front of the big shark. How many years ago was that?
Relatable.
He's still there.
Is he?
Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still
Bruce.
hanging up over there in San
Someone
Francisco.
was chasing me,
Oh man.
and I stepped off the curb and only.
They don't really chase you ananymore. I'll
Okay,
tell you
well, I
that.
was being chased.
Yeah.
They were running me down.
Were you really being chased, or did it just feel like you were being chased?
I could feel the hot, icy breath.
Death was coming for me.
I'm surprised you went. I didn't know you'd
I
ever
went
been.
for when we moved down here in 2008. I would say we went every year for 5 years, and then
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
yeah, we
Oh, we got to
several
talk about
times.
this later.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah. I mean, I know this isn't a Halloween Horror Nights podcast, but that's the thing about Walt Disney World. It kind of brings you to Universal sometimes, and if you're a Universal fan, it'll bring you to Walt Disney World this time. Like my friend CJ is going to be here over Halloween this year. Very excited about this because it's going to be his first trip to Epic Universe. But he also said, I want to go see some of the Halloween stuff at Disney
See,
because
I
he's
can't
never seen
run
any of it.
anymore. I used to be able to run,
You don't need to run. Don't run.
No.
but now
no,
I
you
just
can't,
strike out.
They
and
can't
hit.
run after you, so you're
They
good.
can't?
Yeah, no, they can't.
I swear the chainsaw people would run after you.
They don't even.
They just
They
act
didn't even
like
have.
they are. They just jump out in front of you.
And
They
in
don't
my
actually
case, they
after
run
you.
away from me because
And
I want to talk.
I
to
will
you.
tell you because I'd been in that
with
early
me.
time a couple times too. The chainsaw people are not as prevalent as they've been in years past. In fact, this last year, I don't even think they had them.
Yeah.
They
They
did at
will
the
be
front.
there this year, I'm pretty sure. But they're like it's like contained to like one spot.
Yeah.
They were at the front. You're right. But were they
I
at the
swear
front?
they were.
Yeah,
They
they've
were,
been.
'cause
I
I had a
lied.
whole
They
They have been
conversation
at the
with one of them.
front at the front recently. They don't chase you. They just do this like sort of lunge toward you, but they will not follow
Well, I'm
you.
never going to look back. I'm just going to take off But now,
I mean,
like
that's
I
how
said,
you-
I
Just all the way
can't,
to
I
the
can't
car.
run anymore effectively. So I usually just strike out and hit, and so we can't hit them or hurt them in any way.
Yeah, I want to keep my job and my access to Universal Studios.
So I just
but,
had to tie my hands down.
No, but seriously, I think
That
if
house
you
does sound interesting.
just come.
though.
It's not a house; it's a scare zone, so you can just hang
Oh.
out. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we should get you there so we can take pictures with you there.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
cool.
Wearing a little
one
cat
of my
costume.
favorite pastimes, which is going to come up, I think, when we start answering questions later, is I love to take I like to challenge myself in terms of how to take better pictures and video and things like that. And Halloween Horror Nights is one of the perfect times to do it because it has very dramatic lighting.
Yeah.
Halloween Party, like Mickey's Not So Scary, stuff like that. When they have these special, really interesting seasonal lighting packages, I like to do it during that time. And so I'm always looking for somebody, or fun things. Chloe knows this because she's often been the subject when no one else will. And so I
you
was
want a
like,
picture
this
of an
year,
old lady having a heart attack. is
they'll
what you
think
want,
you're part of it.
right.
They'll be like, "Wow, we have to give a team member fist bump to the lady that was that
The
passed
old
away.
dead lady
She
laying
was
there."
great." And they'll be like, "There's no body
You
back
could
there."
be the
So
cat lady of
realistic.
Crooked Lane.
I mean, and then you
Yeah.
could haunt that area. That would be pretty incredible. That could be your
I'm
theme
on
park
board
legacy.
for haunting people. I
Yeah.
like that kind of a thing.
Oh well. Well, Hannah, how about you? How was your weekend? So,
It was
as we're getting the
good.
the thumbs down for talking too much
Too
about
much
not.
about you.
Yeah.
Well, ironically, I was at Universal this weekend, so back to you.
Yeah, sorry. I love it. But you know
Yeah.
what? I am excited for the Halloween season at Walt Disney World. So we have a fun little Halloween thing we're going to talk about, brand new this year in just a little bit. And I want to start with the breaking news today. And before I do that, I will beg people, beg you, if you are watching this live, hit that thumbs up button. Give us some love, please, and thank you. And I'm going to ask you again later in the show, so don't forget to do that. But yeah, breaking news. You heard our classic tune. No, she's not listening. She's on her phone.
I'm listening.
I was trying to cue you to do it again.
What was it?
What?
Oh my God,
Was it
forget
the
it, guys.
do-do-do-do-do?
Yeah,
That was me.
Oh, okay.
That was me.
Okay, so
Okay.
no one's paying
I
attention.
thought that was just in my head. I was saying that loud.
You thought it was in your head. Great. She's got that voice that's always talking to her.
Oh my God! You actually heard that?
Yeah.
Oh, I really seriously thought that was in my head. I'm sorry. Oh
Okay.
my God! I'm having a
I was
stroke.
I'm going to
listening,
check your
but-
pillcase after this to make
Check
sure
my
you took
pill
Tuesday
case.
morning.
Yeah, right.
So we
See.
have the opening. We have the opening date for the Beak and Barrel, which is the pirate-themed bar coming to the Magic Kingdom. This is open for guests of all ages. We have the opening date as well as a look at the menu. Ooh, very exciting. This was breaking news. This literally happened. We got this at like 12:40 before we got started. That's why I delayed the live stream until 1:15. If you saw that. So the Beak and Barrel at Magic Kingdom will be ready to welcome all you land lovers, starting August 29th, 2025, with reservations starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on August 14th. So get one of those Dreams Unlimited travel agents to be making that reservation for you so you don't have to wake up early. Or
I'll be doing it.
what I even said is do it as a backup. So you can do it yourself and also ask your Dreams agent to do it to double check. You know, I like a security. I like to have, it's one of those like open all the browsers you can at once on all the devices, which they say doesn't work, but I don't believe anyone when they say that. Again, for those of you who may not be aware, the Beak and Barrel, according to Disney Parks blog, is a lively pirate pub, which is going to be filled with flavor and fun.
And where's
Get
it
this.
at, Rhino?
From seasoned swashbucklers to budding buccaneers of all ages. This is at the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, you're going to be immersed in an adventure across the 7 seas with nods to both the classic Pirates of the Caribbean attraction and the beloved films. As you join the pirate fun, you'll enjoy thirst-quenching tropical beverages, delicious small bites, sing-alongs, storytelling, and some enchanting surprises. Like I said, we got a first look at the menu, and I see some collectible mugs maybe in the future and a little bit of merchandise as well. It does look like this lounge is going to be subject to the Oga's Cantina rule, with pirates of all ages only being able to enjoy 2 drink selections per visit. So the first drink that we're going to talk about here, this is the Treasure Trove, an imaginative, non-alcoholic beverage cloaked in mystery. As you sip on this mix of ube, lemon, and coconut, you can also snack on some sweet treats like a vanilla cake plank, chocolate cannonball, and golden caramel popcorn.
Chocolate
Cute.
That looks good.
cannonball.
I like a creative.
It's very
mocktail.
pretty.
That's
I
awesome.
like it. Elegant.
Yeah.
Elegant pirate crap.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that elegant crap. That looks real good. We have the Cursed Treasure. This is the other non-alcoholic sip. This features a delicious combination of coconut milk and cookie crumbs topped with vanilla foam and a pirate's gold cookie. It's that iconic cookies and cream flavor in drink form. That sounds real good.
Yeah, it
Does it?
does.
Yeah.
Sounds a little
Dessert.
sickening sweet to me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Coconut milk might.
I like
level it
cookies
out.
Is that the
cream.
cookie on top?
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cute.
Well, it's not. I don't. It says Pirates Gold. Oh yeah, it is a cookie. I'm sorry. I thought it was a
You
chocolate.
just described it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, what's this?
this
is wild.
the Kraken's Catch. Blimey! The adventurous foodies out there will have their eye on the Kraken's Catch. This cold salad is quite unique with octopus tentacles. Yeah, you heard that right. Marinated in lemon and lime juice and paired with olives, bell peppers, avocado, and piquillo pepper almond foam. I don't know that I said that word right, but they had me until
Sounds right.
they got to the olives, and then they lost me.
Had me until all.
They
You don't
lost
like
me at sea.
olives?
Olives are disgusting. They are
like
nature's little.
Why did I
little
not
grossy.
know that about you?
I don't like the green ones. I don't like the black ones. I don't like olives.
Not me.
Case closed. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
olives.
Well,
And cilantro.
I like
pick them
olives
out of the
in any
drinks for
form.
me. We also have the Salty Seas Margarita.
Oh, yes.
no.
This is for Mama.
This is for the adult pirates. There's quite the selection of refreshing, colorful cocktails to enjoy, like the Salty Seas Margarita. This drink features Southeast Asian flavors such as ube, which gives it its striking purple color, as well as Layo Blanco tequila, Cointreau liqueur, and lime. Okay.
Disney really mixes it up with the tequilas they use. I feel like it's never the same brand.
Well, they're really leaning into the ube flavor, too.
I like that.
Our next drink is called the Siren's Whisper.
That's
So it
pretty.
says, I think I may hear a siren song drawing us to the next drink, is what Disney Parks blog wrote.
It's Windex.
So the Siren's Whisper will lure you in with its captivating blue color and promises of eternal youth. It combines pot and column still white rum with citrus and spice. The sip was inspired by the Fountain of Youth, also known as the Aqua de Vida from the films. For the final drop of allure, the drink is topped with a special siren tear.
Oh wow! So it's all about the
Ooh,
presentation
maybe
for this one.
Yeah, I wonder if they get the. Are they harvesting
dropper.
the tears from cast members or?
Ariel
Oh,
or
Yeah, Ariel. They got her
I like
hanging in the
this
back
as a
somewhere.
blue drink that isn't like sugary sweet.
It's
like
not blue curacao.
I
Yeah.
know. And the spice element. I always
It's
like
pretty.
That.
Yeah.
I would try
Nice.
that.
Okay, well, we got some more food items here because next up we have the Cook's Corn Griddle Cakes. The treasure map has led to the Cook's Corn Griddle Cakes. This warm corn cake is stuffed with melted cheese, lime sour cream, and chili peppers topped with cotija cheese. There are 2 paths you can take on your foodie adventure, one with roasted corn and poblano peppers, or one with a chipotle braised chicken. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Is that corn or pirate's teeth in there?
Yeah, teeth. Corn.
I would eat that.
That's where the teeth was inspired. You know, that was what the corn was supposed to be, I think.
Gold
Next up, we've got the Barrels Ablaze. If you've got a taste for bourbon, which I very much do, you'll find treasures with this one. It features Jack Daniel's bonded bourbon, a hint of honey, and a dash of spice.
Yum.
Yeah. Next. Okay, how do you guys say hibiscus? Or do you say hibiscus?
Hibiscus.
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 Right?
Hibiscus.
Yeah.
Low
Hibiscus.
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 Mid-biscus, low-biscus.
Hibiscus
I say
plant.
hibiscus.
It's a hibiscus.
Yo ho. I'm sorry, I'm doing the pirates thing. I wasn't calling anyone a name. It's the hibiscus
okay.
rum punch royale for me. As you sip, you'll enjoy the lightly sweet and refreshing taste of this rum-based drink topped with Prosecco. Ooh, stunning. The bubbly effervescence combined with hibiscus, I didn't say it correctly after we just had that whole conversation. Hibiscus, demerara, and citrus will make you feel like you're charting the Atlantic.
Nice.
I think I would
Kinda
drink
funny.
that too. You make all the drinks
The
sound
drinks sound
wonderful, and I'm
great.
not even a drinker.
Oh, I didn't even write this. I'm reading from Disney Food Blog. So,
well, but it's your presentation.
not Disney Food Blog, my God.
Parks blog.
Shout out to AJ.
Yeah. Shout out.
Congratulations on your book, by the way. But yes.
No, your presentation.
So
Spot on.
here are some. This one's called the Island Provisions. So once they taste it, pirates will soon be telling tales of island provisions. This dish takes flair and flavors from the Caribbean and Central American regions. Grab your crew for this shareable bite with plantain chips, blue corn tortillas, and toasted flatbread bread served with various savory dips.
One of those looks like the mango salsa
Yeah.
from
Sanaa.
yes, and
What's
then the
the green
chimichurri.
I was going to say, I think that it's chimichurri. What do you think the red one is? Because it looks like straight up ketchup.
I don't know.
Or it's
Barbecue
just some
sauce.
flair of
salsa
mango.
maybe.
Could I
What's
get
the-
savory
What's
barbecue
the green
sauce?
things in the basket?
Could I get some ketchup with these chips?
They look like charred lettuce or something.
Yeah,
around
right?
The chips. It looks cool.
I love any type of
See.
shareable thing with dips. It's something you should know about.
And then
me.
there's one in the basket too, so there's 4 dips.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
wasn't even looking at that
yes.
one.
That's ranch. That's
winner.
ranch.
It's
I mean,
ranch.
that's great.
Hey, yeah.
That's pirate
be there.
ranch. That's the pirate ranch drink.
All
Oh,
right.
what's this one that I know?
For those gin-loving pirates like myself out there, Port of Call is the drink for you. This delightful sip brings the flavor with London Dry Gin, Ruby Port, lemon juice, and spiced cranberry. They made it just for
that
me.
sounds good.
You'll be wanting to live the pirate's life. The pirate's life for me. Yo.
Do we have pricing on any of this?
Nope. You don't need to search uncharted waters to find the next beverage. The Lit Fuse is quite the tasty concoction with Los Siesta Misterios Doba Yej Mezcal. Mezcal, so this one's going to be a
Ooh, I
little
like
smoky.
mezcal.
And flavors of banana, coconut, and smoked chili bitters. This beverage will
wild.
light up your taste buds. Yeah, that one sounds really interesting.
I'll pass on that one.
This one right here that comes in this like Jack Sparrow sort of looking skeleton mug. I really like this mug a lot.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This is called the Plunder's Punch. Where's the rum gone? Into the Plunder's Punch. It has Kraken black spiced rum, blackberry, vanilla, and a hint of citrus. For some added treasure to take home with you, this sip comes in a souvenir pirate skull mug. The special loot is limited to 1 per guest. Wow. Finally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good call.
Yeah,
on
because
that,
you know that
Disney.
one's going to be a popular
For
one.
sure. I wonder if it'll say like first edition on the bottom when it first opens, like Trader Sam's.
Yeah.
They do the editions.
Yeah.
That would make it even cooler because limited time.
Finally, for the beer buccaneers out there, you'll be impressed with the lineup. Savvy? The Beak and Barrel will be home to exclusive draft beer, including Victory Brewing Company Pirates Paradise Blonde Ale and Wicked Weed Brewing Buried Treasure Session Sour, as well as
Hey,
bottled
Wicked
and
Weed.
canned lagers and IPAs such as Modelo, a special lager, Red Stripe Lager, and Bell's Two-Hearted IPA. I really like Wicked Weed. I wish
do
it wasn't a
too.
sour, but because I'm not a big sour person, but I'm definitely going to try that. Oops. I don't know how to. There we go. I was like, I don't have a photo for this next one, but it does say. The wine connoisseurs will also be saying, "Shiver me timbers!" with wine by the glass, options from various places across the 7 seas available. This includes the Spice Root Chacalaca Red Blend, Quinta de Santiago Viejo Vino Verde, I don't know, and Prosecco. But for, folks like me and if everybody else, if you saw our park merch video earlier this week, we tried something a little bit new. Well, guess what? There's merch for this as well. Couple items here. For some fun you can take home with you, there's even some special keepsakes available for purchase. To be dressed in your pirate's best, there will be a new t-shirt inspired by the Beak and Barrel and a parrot shoulder plush. You can check out the store next door, Plaza del Sol, Caribe Bazaar, to find these treasures.
It's so fun. That shoulder plush makes the most sense out of any shoulder plush I've ever made because he's actually sitting on your shoulder.
Yeah, like a parrot should be.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
Actually,
cute.
I think the t-shirt design's cute too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
It's got the parrot, and what's his name? Rummy?
Yes.
His new name is Rum. Yes,
Yeah.
Rummy. He used to be Peg Leg Pete.
Don't get her
God-given
started.
name is.
Here we go.
But all right.
But yeah, so we've got the parrot on the shoulder. He's on the barrel, the Beak and Barrel, and it's the logo. And then on the front, it's got a little tiny version of the logo that just says the Beak and Barrel. But it's a cute shirt, red shirt. I like a red shirt. In Star Trek, I would be the first to be killed off probably because of that. But I'm excited. Teresa did ask, do we have the pricing on any of this? Not yet. I'm gonna throw it out there. I don't know if it's close. I just have this feeling in my heart. Over $20 for the drinks, the alcoholic drinks.
Yeah. It's going to be like Trader Sam's level for sure. Like the skull glass, that's at least going to be like $50-$60 for
you
the
think?
drink
Oh, yeah.
with the souvenir.
Oh, I'm going to
Absolutely.
guess 80.
Yeah. If
Really?
it's one
Maybe.
per person, probably.
And it comes with a alcoholic beverage in it, maybe 80. I feel like tiki mugs are going for $80 now.
Really?
At Disney.
I had
I
never
know.
priced that out. Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
I know. So, I mean, it's funny, the 2 drinks, I mean, that makes sense for a couple of reasons. A, people don't stay in there too long or get overserved. But also, like, I can't afford probably more than 1 drink,
Right?
Like I
it's
said
a
in the
lot.
beginning, you can only have 2 drinks at a time, so
Well,
I
that's
don't
what
think
I'm
it's humanly
saying, like-
possible to get overserved at this place, unless you're bringing a non-drinker with you to buy the 2 more drinks for you.
Right.
Maybe,
Well, no,
but-
that's what I'm saying is, like, I think there's a couple of reasons why Disney's doing a 2-drink minimum.
Yeah.
So,
I
get
mean,
in, get out.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this.
Is there an age? Can kids come into it?
It's all ages. Yeah,
Okay.
welcome for everybody. All swashbucklers of all age. I do believe you're going to need reservations for this, so that's something to stay tuned for. Do they still do the pirate makeover at the Magic Kingdom?
They do not.
They
The
don't.
Pirates League.
What
This
is-
is where
When did
it's
they
going
start
to.
doing
to.
that?
Oh,
It's
is that where it
it's
is?
the same
Oh,
space.
okay.
Yeah.
Because
Where's
I
it
was
at?
like,
They do on Disney Cruise Line.
Stella did the pirate thing. She
Yeah.
loved that.
well, I
That's
was just
cute.
thinking it would be great because then the kids could go in, fully dressed or whoever, and
Take
and-
your little
and fun.
pirate
Yeah.
oath and
Yeah, and then go in and have a non-alcoholic drink for the younger swashbucklers or non-drinkers. And, But this looks like fun. I think this is going to be a great addition to the Magic Kingdom. I like the theming and what we've seen so far of the inside. Looks like it's going to be really nice and detailed. I am a little worried about sing-alongs, but I do think that's cool because it's the pirate
Yeah.
way, right? And it's
what are you worried about?
the audience participation.
You don't want it or you want it?
I do not like audience participation, no. But I'm hoping the drinks are better than the Oga's drinks because those have not aged well for me. I find them to be way too expensive and way too sugary, but I am guessing the pricing is going to be along that route of, if not more expensive because it's Magic Kingdom and it's premium. So
I'm pleasantly
see.
surprised by the range of drinks that they have. Like, I thought the 2 mocktails looked really good. And I thought it was going to be all rum-based drinks and then, like, 1 or 2 drinks that maybe I wasn't as interested in. And they're getting more creative, I feel like,
I
with
think
some
it
of
was
the
very
stuff.
creative looking.
Yeah, but it's good stuff, too. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know, sometimes Disney... Like, I feel like they get stuck on a gimmick with cocktails, like the smoke bubbles on Disney Cruise Line or, like, any sort of, like, foam or boba balls. I mean, not that I don't like that stuff, but I like that they're kind of giving different options, because if you're gonna commit to getting a reservation and spending the money, it's nice that you're having like a completely different menu experience too. I don't know about the food. That's my only not really jazzed about the food, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, the food looked but again, I think it's taking inspiration from Oga's, and Oga's doesn't really have food offerings.
Yeah.
It's got more now, but it's got like 4 things.
It's
or
just something to
like
munch
Yeah.
on with your drinks.
Yeah, you
and
gotta have a little something.
I like
Yeah.
that they have the exclusive draft beers too. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Nice,
cool.
yeah.
So
Nice,
they have
yeah.
something for everybody.
I'm looking forward to experiencing this. It's opening a lot sooner than I had expected, which is great for us. I like when they add. Although technically, I guess they took away the pirate experience for this, but it's still like, I think this is a really nice fit, and I'm curious to see how it plays out. And for people who are like, I shouldn't have alcohol in the Magic Kingdom, well, they already serve it at the sit-down restaurants, and at Disneyland, their Oga's is inside of Disneyland Park. So I feel like this is fitting in line with that same sort of a thing. But so again, if you want to make reservations for this, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, August 14th. All right, we are going to talk about another lounge now, or not a lounge, a bar. Jock Lindseys Halloween Hangar Bar coming to Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. It's getting a spooky Halloween touches this year. Old Jock Lindsey's getting into it. We don't know a ton about Jock Lindseys Halloween Hangar Bar, other than it is starting. This one's on August 19th. Hopefully we're going to get some fun decorations on the inside. We did receive a little bit of a tease from Disney Eats on Instagram when it comes to some of the food offerings, but I have no clue what any of this is. But this is a look at it. If you're watching this, there's some pigs in a blanket that are in a sarcophagus that were in the last slide, and then this what looks like a fried monster chicken sandwich. Maybe
I
It's
see
cute.
olives.
The olives are the eyes,
Yeah.
so they're not in it, but it looks like a biscuit bun. It looks like a little fried chicken. The cheese is cut to be teeth, and then the
So
pickle.
cute.
It
The
does
pickle
look
being the
cute.
tongue is like a nice little sweet little
That's
touch
cute. Will
there.
it look like that really though? I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. I don't,
Yeah.
how's the consistency going to come out on that? There's these like bloodshot eyeballs in a box. Also, olives on them. The black olive being the center of the eye here. I cannot figure out what this is.
Is it sweet or savory?
I have no idea. There's no description. So I think there may be the deviled eggs
I
on the
think
chicken,
so.
but it's like flipped upside down.
Yeah. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
And that's a very popular dish there. So
I mean, it's good too.
It is
It's one of
good.
my favorites. I know they do it for like Christmas time and stuff. So there's another item too. I have no clue what this is. They all have skulls on them. There's 4 of them. I want to say they look like little mini quesadillas.
But what's the colorful thing
Quesadillas.
underneath it?
I know they're called quesadillas. Everyone calm down. I think it's just like accoutrement. Like a little
It looks like a type
spread.
of salsa kind of. Yeah.
It's like fruity pebbles on a.
Oh, it's definitely not Fruity Pebbles.
no.
When you look at the picture, it's like cut up vegetables.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't mind if it was Fruity Pebbles though.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I was like, Disney can go ahead and get stuck on that thing anytime they want. You add Fruity Pebbles to anything, it only makes it better. So hopefully we'll have a menu, because it didn't tease any of the drinks or anything like that. And I will say the seasonal drinks at the Hangar Bar, I find that I enjoy way more than the regular drinks. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. I think the holiday Hangar Bar is the superior version of the Hangar Bar, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring.
Is this the first time they've done for Halloween?
Yes.
But they've done the holiday
Christmas,
Christmas holidays.
Yeah, the Christmas one they've done for a couple of years now, but they usually have like pretty solid offerings. And one of the offerings I think they had was like the pigs in a blanket, but it was like maybe stacked up or something. I can't remember how it was presented, but yeah, there's been some. I don't know. Good. We did a review I guess it's about a year ago now.
Yeah, I think it was.
Of just the regular version of the Hangar Bar. So we're definitely going to have to get out there and try this one again. I'm looking forward to that.
I so hope it's decorated like it is for the holidays. I'm assuming it will be because it's going to be a similar experience to that. But the over-the-top kind of retro decorations they do in there for the holidays, that's a huge, huge draw. And I feel like Jock Lindseys is not busy like it was. When it first opened, it was so popular.
Yeah.
And I feel like now it stays pretty quiet unless it's the holiday bar, and then it's packed. So good on you, Disney. I think that was the right call.
I'm also happy to see because, like I said, earlier in the episode, my friend is coming for this Halloween season, and he was kind of like, "Oh, well, let's go drink around Epcot. I've never done that before. I'd love to do something like that." And I was like, "Well, there's no Halloween at Epcot," but I was like, "I guess I'm going to get him a Hopper ticket so we can at least see like the Magic Kingdom and stuff." And I was thinking about that. Is that like not Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World specifically, when it comes to holiday decorations, when you compare that to the Disneyland Resort, which is like the Disneyland Resort, their holiday celebration permeates throughout that park because you've got like the honkin' Halloween, the overlay of Cars Land is all decked out in Halloween decorations.
Breakout, Monsters After Dark.
You've got the stuff that's at Disneyland Park as well, but then like their downtown Disney area gets a little bit, and the hotels get a little makeover.
Frontierland with the tree.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Ray Bradbury tree. The thing is really cool over there. And here we really only get it on Main Street.
Yeah.
Not even throughout the rest of the park for us. And so that's kind of been one of my little like, I wish
I know.
we got it more.
We've talked about like how we wish there was
A second Halloween party.
Yes, but also just decorations. They could go all in on like 50s, 60s style
Yeah.
giant decorations at Hollywood Studios. That'd be so cute.
The only thing we have is the Hollywood and Vine. I forget what they call it, but they do the Halloween themed.
Yeah.
And Tower of Terror, where it's Halloween night every night.
Oh,
True.
yeah, that's true. Then we have it every year.
Yeah,
No need.
exactly.
Get the Imagineers on the horn. Cancel it. Yeah. But I would love to see like a Jollywood Night style like Halloween party in the future.
nice.
That would be really cool. Because imagine like if it was like swanky. I know it's hard because it's just so hot. But just that idea where it'd be like you guys said, like a retro Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Like,
Yeah,
is
that
it
would be
Denizens, the party
Max
magazine?
Dennison? Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you meant
I know, me
Hocus
too.
Pocus.
I was
No,
like,
there's the
yeah.
Dennison like party magazines, and it's like old. I mean, they're from like the 20s through the 50s even, but it has like all these ideas for swanky Halloween parties, and that would be perfect.
Well, it will be interesting to see how this shapes up at Jock Lindseys, because if you're not familiar, it's like Jock Lindseys are supposed to be like 1938. And so I will be curious to see like how that Halloween decorations kind of shake out there and stuff. But something to look forward to. Another thing to look forward to over here, if you're one of the Walt Disney World annual pass holders, we got a tease for a new pass holder magnet and a beverage.
Here we go.
Chloe knows all about these things.
I sure do.
Take us through the AOC. No, she's a senator, a congresswoman. Is
The-
it-
EOC.
EAC.
EAC, sorry.
Yeah, we were both wrong.
Yeah. I was like,
I'll stay out of this.
okay.
So the latest free magnet for Walt Disney World pass holders is paying homage to the 150-year-old sea turtle from Pixar's Finding Nemo.
Good for him.
That's right. Crush. So Disney has not released an actual image of the magnet, but they did release a kind of like teaser reel with Crush wearing the infamous P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way diving mask, and he's kind of waving. So pass holders can pick up their Crush magnet at either Discovery Trading Company or Riverside Depot at Disney's Animal Kingdom between August 7th, which is this Thursday, through September 27th of this year, or while supplies last. To pick up your magnet, you just need to bring yourself, your annual pass, and your photo ID to one of those assigned shops, and a cast member will scan it in and give you your new magnet. And then there's also a new pass holder exclusive beverage debuting the same day, Thursday, August 7th, at Animal Kingdom. This is called the Just Keep Swimming Frost. It is available at Joffrey's locations at Animal Kingdom.
He's got some frozen Skittles in there.
Yeah,
The freeze-dried
it's
Skittles.
cute. It's cute. I
That is cute.
feel like you got to eat those Skittles kind of fast. But so the summertime beverage is made with Joffrey's signature frozen lemonade, Minute Maid lemonade, and blue raspberry syrup, topped with Skittles popped original freeze-dried candy. So it's very cute. It's funny because they teased this magnet a couple weeks back, and everybody thought it was going to be Dory because they said something about like, I think just keep swimming or something else. And then even with this drink, it seems like it was supposed to be Dory, but it's Crush, and Crush is cute. And I was thinking like, I'm pretty sure Crush is like one of the most popular Pixar characters when it comes to Disney attractions.
Righteous.
Yeah, there you go.
righteous.
Righteous.
Yeah, because we have his big scene in the Finding Nemo musical at Animal Kingdom. You have Turtle Talk with Crush at Epcot, and then you also have his EAC scene in the Seas with Nemo and Friends, and not to mention his giant presence at Art of Animation. So he's a popular character. He's a popular guy.
I like Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he's
Got all
great.
kinds of stories.
What's his kid's name?
Squirt.
You knew that when you
Yeah.
asked that.
He's just
Set
a tall
yourself
He's just a
up.
little guy.
Yeah,
Well, it reminds
he's
me
just a
of
little guy.
in Rugrats.
squirt.
Remember the grandpa used to call the baby squirt? Remember that?
Remember the soda?
Squirt, yeah. We used
It was
to
like
get
lemon
over
lime
kids.
soda?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lemon
Yeah.
lime. You can still
Yeah.
get it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, there you are.
There we
Well,
are.
thanks. You know what magnet I just got, and I thought they were like gone and didn't have it.
Maleficent?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And
I
I
picked her
like
up
that
too.
one because it was like neon green. And,
Yeah.
like, it was really cool color.
Halloween-y.
Yeah, I feel like we hadn't had a magnet in that like color palette before,
Yeah.
so it was cool.
I want them to do like a pumpkin Mickey one would be cute for
Oh,
October.
my
yeah.
Here's my only problem with these magnets is I'd love to be able to put them on my car.
Don't do it.
They always get stolen, and
know.
especially in Orlando, it's like very annoying because I'm like,
You guys have this.
don't
Like-
you guys have like it's if I was back home in Mississippi, like, oh, okay, good for you. You probably really wanted it, but here, so they just go on my garage fridge.
Yeah.
They make
Yeah.
this
Garage
fridge.
fridge. Look at this one rolling in here with her second fridge.
Don't get
She
too
got
excited.
two
Have a
fridge
second
money.
fridge?
Girl, I don't barely have one fridge. I live in a
I
very
barely
small
have
apartment.
one
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah.
One
I
of
can't live
them.
without my second fridge now.
That's nice.
One
Yeah.
of my fridges
It must
was
be
from
nice to
Walt
have
Disney
things.
Resort. So
Instead, I have all my plastic popcorn buckets that
Yeah.
keep me company.
There you
well,
go.
That's where I store my
there's
things.
your legacy.
Yeah, my diamonds are in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are going to move out to sea for just a little bit. I promise it will not be a long time today because I know this isn't the Disney Cruise Line show, and sometimes people get a little upset when we talk about it. But there are some things I just want to talk about. One thing I'm actually really excited for when I watch the video of it. But first things first, hold on. Here we go. Disney Cruise Line has opened bookings for the new Mickey and Minnie Cove Cabanas at Castaway Cay. I have no idea that this was a thing, but bookings are now open for these. Bookings are now open for the new Mickey and Minnie Cove Cabanas at Disney Castaway Cay for sailings beginning December 5th, 2025 and beyond. Guests may reserve one of the new Mickey and Minnie Cove Cabanas during their Disney Castaway Club booking window, subject to availability. Each
Yeah.
cabana is furnished with comfortable seating, a refrigerator for beverages, a safe, a ceiling fan, plush towels, and cool face cloths and sunscreen. Outside on the patio, unwind under a sailcloth shade in chaise lounge chairs, be refreshed by freshwater showers, and relax in a hammock while taking in some spectacular views. Fresh fruit and snacks are included, along with complimentary bottled water and soft drinks. Dedicated beverage service is provided. Hello. And alcoholic beverages packages are available for purchase on board at an additional cost. Each cabana also includes the use of snorkeling equipment, float or tube rentals, sand toys, and an hour of bike rentals per guest during their visit at Disney Castaway Cay. This is Disney's first exclusive island in the Bahamas. They have two now. How much are these? They already do cabanas, so they're just expanding that now because it's been so popular, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just additional
And
cabanas.
it's still not going to be enough.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think. I've got
Really?
clients already. I mean, by the time concierge and everybody gets to them, by the time you get down to the people that are gold or silver,
It's even hard to get as platinum.
It's hard to
depending
get.
on the sailing.
yeah.
they're
Can
hot
you
commodity.
reserve and cancel, like change your mind? Mm-hmm. Okay.
can.
See, that's the thing. I'd be like, just book.
but I don't think there's a wait list now. There used to be a wait list,
Yeah.
and that's now gone. So
What do you guys have any idea how much this would run you?
$10 million per cabana per
I
hour.
mean, it's
pretty
Might
expensive.
as well be.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive.
I mean, it's pushing $1,000 depending on.
And then
season.
what's the average time that you spend at Cabana Bay? It's like you.
Uh-oh,
Castaway Cay.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Cabana Bay.
Cabana
Oh,
Bay.
Cabana Bay is the Universal Resort. I was like,
what is that?
What did I just say? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there for like 8 hours.
Till
if you get off
You
the
can.
ship like right
yeah,
at.
you can be there like
It's
up
at
to
least
8.
6, right? Because it's at least you're definitely usually docked by like 10.
Get off at 9, you
the
can
li-
get back on
right?
at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of typical.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is really nice, especially like the larger ones that accommodate up to 8. And I've known people that like, this is the only way I've ever done it before is like a group of friends.
Yeah, I was
and
going to
you
say
split
split
it
with
up.
all adults. Don't let any of those kids, those kids stealing your
Pesky
money
kids.
away. Yeah, what am I looking for? Freeloading children in there. They got to pay.
But that's the
Make
good
them save their
thing.
cans up all year for this one.
Yeah.
Both Lighthouse
what I had to do.
Points or Lookout Key and Castaway Key, there are the adult cabanas and there's the family cabanas. So, and the adult cabanas are generally a little bit easier to get.
I do like the idea that you have like beverage service where you can, like somebody comes to you and you don't have to be going back and forth.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of that dedicated space and stuff like that. So that's cool. I'm not rich enough to afford that. Not yet. But when I start selling my popcorn buckets, we'll see what happens.
And all your diamonds.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll have that second refrigerator money.
There you go.
I'll show you my refrigerator.
I
You won't
actually
be
call it
impressed.
cinnamon roll money because my friend Brandon, who claims I grew up on the free lunch program, so I did not have a lot of money growing up and stuff, and that's fine. I loved my childhood. I wouldn't change anything about it. And my friend Brandon would claim that the same thing, but he'd be like, "Oh, cinnamon roll." He said something once to me. And it's on video on the internet somewhere. So that's why I was like, I know it exists still. But he was basically like, oh, and then, your mom, they'd make cinnamon rolls or whatever. And I said, girl, in my house, cinnamon rolls was for Christmas Day.
Aw.
And he was like, oh, you didn't have cinnamon
more
rolls like every other
special.
day. So now I was like, oh, this guy over here with his cinnamon roll money. So now we call it, anytime there's a luxury thing, we call it cinnamon roll money.
That's funny.
That's my new thing.
Just
Oh, you
doing
got
all
that
right for
cinnamon
yourself,
roll
all
money,
your
huh?
Popcorn buckets.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes, you got to splurge on that cinnamon
That's
roll.
right.
Okay, so one of the other things I was actually genuinely excited about is on the Disney Destiny, there is going to be their like Broadway show over there is going to be Disney Hercules, and they've the Disney I don't know who, Disney Parks blog, I'm assuming. We've been getting the some
Ship log
looks.
updates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Ship log updates
Okay.
is what they're calling them. Sorry.
Hard P.
Ship log. Yes.
This old ship log. But what's really cool about it, I feel like the lead was almost buried because I can't share the video with you because there was audio involved in it where we got to see the incredibly talented cast members for this show doing Zero to Hero Zero to Hero. That's the name of the song. It's not only it sounds fantastic, but watching these people rehearse and dance and with the choreographers there and everything like that, it was really cool. So I definitely recommend that you check out
I'll link
the video.
article really quick. 'Cause I
Awesome.
have the video in it.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But what I thought was really neat in it is inside of that video, we got our first look at some of the costumes here. So we have on the screen, I've got Hades, which has this like really interesting like sort of, it's like a black top that kind of rolls into gradients into that like fiery blue that we're used to with like this like really cool like blue hair. We got our look at Megara's costume here, which looked pretty traditional to the movie. The ones that I thought were neat were this Pain and Panics. Because like I don't know which is which. Is Pain the blue or the red?
Let me look it up because I don't know myself.
But the red one, I feel like he's Pain.
I feel like the red one's pain.
You think the red
Yeah,
one's
because
Pain?
Not that
Panic,
I
I
would
think,
know.
is like got a little anxiety in the movie, right? He's like kind of
Yeah, panic
panicky,
is all, yeah.
Yeah.
right?
No,
Yeah,
well, that would be
50-50
Panic.
chance of
Well,
It's
that's what I'm saying. The
panicky.
blue one is.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I'm
he's a
saying. I think that's
little-
why he's
It's
Pain.
one or the
Yeah.
other. We know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, right. We got
Pain,
50-50
Pain is
shot.
red. Pain is red is what
Pain
the
is
chat's
red,
telling
yeah.
me. Great.
All right, there we
Okay.
go.
So the live chat did it again.
Yeah, well, they usually have I was looking up any photo of them online, and it usually has Pain on the left side, so it's Pain and Panic in order. So this was like throwing us off.
Yeah,
Panic
okay,
and
that's what it
Panic
is.
and Pain.
Okay. But it's cute because he's
usually
got
really good.
this is actually a really great idea to do like a inspired like Halloween costume for like Mickey's Not So Scary or something like that, because he's got like red overalls with the red chucks and like a red striped shirt with like
The
little,
horn hood.
Yeah, and then like little devil
Yeah.
the wings, and then Panic has sort of like a blue jumpsuit with the chucks and the similar design, but I was like, oh, that's cute, and I was like, oh, I love that
is cute.
idea. We also got to look a little bit at the Phil costume, which kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's a
Phil's doing aerobics in 1975.
yeah,
What's he
it
doing?
does look
Huh.
like an aerobics outfit. I'm assuming he'll have his like because you can kind of see it in the concept art. He's gonna have the hoof, like the hooves. The I don't know what he's part goat or something. And it looks like a sort of a boat neck aerobic outfit here with
scooping boat neck.
with like
half goat.
like a helmet. He's half what?
Half goat.
Half goat. Okay. And then I thought it was cool. We kind of see them rehearsing with the actor playing Hercules. One of the actors is choreographing some scenes with like an unfinished puppet. But we already talked about it, I think, last week with these like big, like cool. They remind me very much of Aliens when Ripley gets in the exosuit and like, get away from her, you Greek god.
Yeah.
She don't say that word. But
no, this is the Hydra puppet, right? The multi-headed Hydra
oh
puppet.
Yeah.
And Hercules is Corey J. Bradford. We saw him a couple months back when they previewed him singing, and he is excellent. I cannot wait to see.
Okay,
because
he talks a little bit in the video, and it was one of those where I was like, oh, I'm excited to see this performance.
Yeah.
I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong. Was this a Broadway show?
Yes.
No. Oh,
it was. Okay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry.
I
It was
don't
not a
think it
Broadway
was.
show. There was a Hercules show on Disney Cruise Line before, but it was not like this.
Oh my God! In the chat, they said Phil looks like Mr. Tumnus from
from
Lion Witch in the
Narnia,
Wardrobe.
yeah.
Yeah, he does.
That's funny. I am very excited for this show. Even though Hercules, I've not seen that movie very much. We know that. I've talked about it on the show before about how I didn't really enjoy it when I was a kid. And I'm trying to come around on it. Craig Williams, I'm getting to it, please. We tried to watch it in Alaska and I kept falling asleep. But yeah, so but the like previews they keep sharing, I'm like genuinely excited for this. And the Moana show was great. I really enjoyed that. I'm really excited to see what they do with this one.
Hercules is playing in London's West End.
Oh, it
also.
is? Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Because I was like, there's no way they don't take this to like a Broadway.
Yeah, it's
situation.
made for it. Yeah.
Because it's very, very cool. And I like the look of like the muses in there, and because you get a little look at them in their costume and like the statuesque things they're going to be on. And it's good. It's going to be really good.
Cool.
Ooh, sorry for everybody listening, one of the cables might be going out. I can hear it making a
I think it's mine.
Sigh. Okay, like I've been promising for a couple of weeks now, I I asked on our Diz Unlimited Facebook group. Yeah, I'm not really on Facebook, but Facebook apparently is still a thing. So that's why I asked for some vacation planning questions to get submitted over there. I kind of combed through and picked out a couple of them here that I thought were fun, and also, I was like, oh, I have no clue, or this might be a really good question to answer. But I am going to start off with a fun one submitted by Sherry, who actually, you guys don't know this, but I believe Sherry had met me as a child at one point in my life.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Small
in
world.
Plymouth, Massachusetts. Yes, so Sherry, I see you.
Shout
ma'am.
out to Sherry.
No,
Your babysitter or what?
one of my mother's friends, her ex-husband.
Oh,
This is,
that's
I believe,
right.
her sister, maybe, or something. I
You
can't
think?
not remember. Well, I was a child when I had last met her. I hope to meet you again, Sherry, as an adult next time I'm around.
Well,
in
what's
town.
Sherry's question? Or
Her
comment?
question is, she's asking for some funny or embarrassing moments at Disney parks.
Oh,
Huh?
let me think.
We got any?
Oh,
Chloe,
my.
I know you've pooped yourself at the park.
I have not.
Oh, my
How dare you?
This is how we start
That's
rumors
just-
here.
Yeah, for real. What the heck?
Yeah,
I got a funny story.
Remember that time? She's not allowed back on alien swirling saucers anymore.
You better stop
Because now they
joking.
call it Chloe's swirling
Oh
saucer.
my goodness. No, I
kidding.
have never.
Starting that rumor
I
now.
have never. Let me pass it to Teresa. She's got one. I cannot remember one right off
It's
the top
kind
of
of
my
funny.
head.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Stella was 7, 8 years old. She was wearing shoes that hurt her feet really bad. And we were at Epcot, and she took them off, and we went and bought her some Crocs or something there at Epcot. I didn't want to carry these shoes around all the time, so we set them out in the middle of the walkway, like someone had just walked out of their shoes, and then we sat and watched.
Oh, this is funny.
And someone come along and just scooped him up and didn't even stop walking.
I just took them.
A
Just took
cast
him.
member, I hope?
No,
I don't even remember. It was just someone just grabbed him and just kept walking.
Did you
Free
ever get them
shoes.
back?
We didn't want them back.
Oh.
Because if she would, they hurt her feet. I knew as a child, your child's never going to wear them again if they hurt
Yeah.
her feet. So they were nice little shoes, but we sat there and laughed about that forever. Just
I thought it
okay, it wasn't that funny. It was funny
You got
for
one?
me.
It was
got
cute.
one,
It
yeah?
was funny.
When
I
you
got
pooped your
one.
pants?
Yeah.
I'm determined to
No,
get
not
somebody
that
to poop
time.
themselves.
It
Yeah.
hasn't happened this year. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
not
I'm
yet.
just kidding. So this was, I think, one of our first or second trips to Disney. So I was at least 10 years old, and my younger sister is 6 years younger than me, and they let her drive the Jungle Cruise. And my dad, of course, camcorder, recording the whole thing. I legit thought she was driving the Jungle Cruise, and like older big sister, I was like, no, turn this way. You're too far. You're gonna wreck the entire trip.
You were trying to control her life.
Which is kind of, unfortunately, older sister. I think I did a fair amount of that, but my dad has it all on video, and I was maybe 12, like probably too old to be doing that. So, and my parents just like let it ride and recorded the entire thing. So a little embarrassing.
Good times.
I'm sure I have more.
Good times. Rhino, what's your pooping story?
Yeah.
I was like, I had to have been close at some point. Like it must have happened, but no,
you get one a year, okay?
Yeah, I don't have a throw up story for a Disney park. I have one for a Universal park, but like, I don't have like I do have a funny memory of like when I came for grad night in 2003. I remember very specifically like where I almost called it the American Idol Theater, where the Frozen sing along is. They had like in that. Like, you know how when you wait for Frozen sing-along at Disney's Hollywood Studios, it's kind of the incline or the decline. It's that, like, ramp, I feel like, that you're waiting on and the TVs are overhead. Mm-hmm. In there, they used to have a Baloo meet and greet. And I remember, you know, so it's all of kids we went to high school with, and there was this one girl, Kristen, and she was, like, deathly afraid of characters, like fur characters. And I just have this memory of like turning around and then someone started screaming and Baloo was chasing her like through this thing and she was like screaming.
That would be kind of scary.
But I'm also like laughing about it because I was just like, oh wow, that made my life. Like I'm still thinking about it all these years later. Like I know it's awful and it's not my embarrassing story to tell, but I thought it was funny.
And you named her.
Hannah has an embarrassing one that I can tell.
Okay, go ahead.
When we were at the Christmas party last year, we rode Space Mountain in Hannah's bag. We crawl in. It's Anna in the front, me and Chloe, I can't remember our order. But
we're all in a rocket.
We're all in a rocket, and we're pulling in, and Hannah just is like pointing at her empty lap, and she was like, "My bag's gone." And her bag had been ejected from her in the park.
So lesson learned. It was like a small, like a lounge fly size backpack, and I had it. I mean, I had like. You know, it was kind of wedged in there. I wasn't. So I should have like looped it through my leg or my arm. I had it. I was like pressed. I had it between me and the seat. And that first like launch up, it literally went dunk and just like fell.
Did you know when it happened?
Bottom. Oh yeah, I did. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember nobody could hear me. I was like,
my collection of snow globes.
And
oh my gosh, that's funny.
They had to stop the ride. So then I had like sat waiting for it.
They stopped the ride, or at the end you told them?
Oh no, I think lights came on.
No, lights came on. They stopped the ride,
and I was just okay. So that's also for me because I was really embarrassed to be with you on that day.
I was like, so desperate to get my backpack because it had everything in it. It had my keys. It had my phone. It wasn't like I was with my family, so I was like, I have nothing.
But it was the beginning of the night, or like halfway through the night.
And you got it back. Late. Everything okay?
Yeah.
One time I was on, the one and only time that I was on Space Mountain with Kathy Whirling, and she was took her glasses off and was holding him, and she snapped him in two in the middle of the ride. She got that. My glasses are broke.
That's cute.
I've lost my phone on 2 different Disney rides. One
was
yes, yeah. So on Everest, I had like a little like kind of like old Dooney and Burke like pouch. And
I remember those.
Yeah. Before the lap bar let up, I went to grab my stuff out of the pocket in front, and I should have waited, and now I do wait because of this incident. So I went to go grab it, and the lap bar hit up on my arm so hard that it flung the pouch out from my arm and landed underneath the track.
That couldn't have been
worse. So they had to stop loading. I had to wait there for about 20 minutes for them to get to a point where they could.
Wow.
And
what are the odds?
They had like this big long grabber thing, and they got it, and they had me confirm like what my phone background was, and I got it back. The other story, not so successful. I mean, I got my phone back in this next story, but it was an all-day thing.
Yeah.
Goofy Sky School at Disney California Adventure.
Oh my God, yeah. Talk about, they'll eject your spine on that ride.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll be very conscious of whatever is attached to my body because my phone was in my pocket. I was wearing like a slippery kind of material pants, but my pockets were deep, and like my phone was in there, and I got off the ride and my phone was no longer there. Ooh. And it flung out. Luckily my phone was still on, and I was able to track the device with my friend's phone. because I kept pinging it like all day long. It was back by like the maintenance bay, like kind of near
wow.
the Grand Californian, and
Yeah.
it was like between the park and the hotel. And we had to wait until the very end of the night, and this was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I had to wait until 11 p.m. to finally get my phone back. So it was quite a
You
journey.
will think, okay, so years ago, was it Dueling Dragons? It's something else now over at Universal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's
Hagrid's
Hagrid's now.
Yeah, well, back in the very beginning, when my husband started working there, at night they would find things under the roller coaster
Oh, I bet.
that came off of people.
Was it weird stuff?
False teeth,
Oh God.
a glass eye.
Oh, no.
And how do you get that back, right?
Yeah.
You know, among
want it
flip flops and right,
Yeah.
you know, the normal things, but the weird things, he'd come home and say, "Yeah, look what they found last night." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Wow. Oh, that's tragic.
I mean, would you go on with your day if your teeth are missing?
You can. You're just
Yeah.
it's like Robin Williams when he loses the dentures in Mrs. Doubtfire. Carpe teeth. Carpe dentum.
Goodness.
Yeah. Okay, we have another question submitted by Kirsty, and she is looking for tips for families coming with a mix of younger and older generations, especially those with limited mobility.
Ooh, yeah. I can kind of speak to this. I feel like I have a 3-year-old. My parents are big Disney parks fans, but we don't do it like we used to, right? Like we're not open to close anymore. I feel like a good tip is stay at a resort that you want to spend time at,
Yeah.
and one that you can get back to fairly easy. So basically stay on property, maybe stay at a Skyliner resort, and stay somewhere that you can just kind of like hang out and enjoy, or maybe somewhere that has a good pool. Like if you take an afternoon break and you either all can get in the pool or the grandparents can post up somewhere and have a cocktail in the shade and
Yeah.
still be part of it.
That's what I was going to say. Don't go into it thinking that you're all going to be one unit the entire time moving about the parks. Split up, you know.
Yeah.
Send the 3-year-old off by themselves and have a good time. You know, maybe not the 3-year-old, but you know,
Yeah,
you don't all
we
have to stay
wish.
together the whole time.
Yeah.
Just so you reconnect at some point.
Yeah.
And
I think it's really important to talk about it before you get to the park.
Oh, definitely.
That you have to have that conversation about, okay, you know, is Aunt Kelly going to use a scooter today? Is Grandma, you know, what time of day do we want to take Grandma? You know, make sure we're not getting or Rhino back so he doesn't get heat stroke. You know, stuff like that. Where it's like, I think that's really important. Is because you want to pace yourself. I think. And having that conversation before you get to the park will definitely help with any sort of like
Yeah, know your
frustrations.
limitations,
Yeah,
for sure.
And you know, have a plan for those moments when it feels like it's feeling a little limited. Like I would say, I think acknowledging that maybe you have a couple in the group who are like the nonstop, the goers. Okay, who's going to be with them today? Who's on ride duty, and then who's on the we'll say the slower mode. You know, or how does scooters have it? A rabbit or a turtle? Who's on full turtle? Who's on full rabbit today?
Full turtle.
And then, like Hannah said, I'm like, let's make it exciting for those with the mobility issues or those who are maybe are older or younger or need, you know, some of that time. So what are we doing that they get to do that's special when they're not together? So like, take them somewhere maybe you haven't been. So if you're at the Magic Kingdom, hop on that monorail, go get a cocktail somewhere, or sit in one of the resorts and just sort of take that in. You know, go hang out at the Polynesian at the beach or something like that. Things like that, where it's still like give them a little something extra, I think, or just something different. So like it doesn't feel like.
They're sitting there
Y-
under
yeah.
a tree waiting.
And so that it's not like, oh, we separated you because of this, or oh, you know, like it's sort of like everybody gets their little special moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when sort of like I didn't do a lot of roller coasters when I was a kid, but I love to sit and people watch with like my grandma or my grandpa would go with my brother or something, and every now and then it would be like, okay, well, if we're people watching, you know, this time, and if my mom was on that trip with us, we'd my mom would be like, okay, we're going to go get a sundae. Don't tell anybody. You know, stuff like that. You know, those little extra things. And I always think that made it like a little special because then you have a little memory with just that smaller portion of the group that's your little souvenir, you know,
Right.
forever.
Yeah.
Remember the good
Souvenir.
times when you weren't with me? That was fun.
Yeah.
I piggybacking off of what Teresa said about making sure that you make time for each other and kind of regrouping. I feel like Hollywood Studios is probably the easiest park.
Yeah.
For spanning different age ranges and also mobility issues because of all the shows. You know, you could really just like regroup and watch the show together, maybe go off afterwards and do an attraction or two and then come back and do another show that everybody can enjoy. And I won't stop talking about how much I love Villains Unfairly Ever After. So make sure that's part of your plan.
I also think that park specifically has a lot of good, and this is why I like places like Baseline Tap House, is that the accessibility factor to be able to, like, you can get on a bench or in the shade, and it's like you're not out of the park, you're still in a pretty, you know, people watching heavy area, but it makes it special too, because you're like, oh, let's go get a pretzel, or, you know, one of the sodas that are over there, or a beer or something like that. And it's just sort of one of those things where, or you can go to Brown Derby Lounge or something, like, you know what I mean? Like you said, there's shows, there's rides. Yeah,
Shopping.
exactly. Tune in
Go
Lounge. Yeah.
shopping.
It's a good lounging
Yeah.
park.
That used to be
It's-
when
it
we
really
did, because I'm
is.
not a ride person. So when my kids were little, I would say, go on this ride, meet me in this shop. I'll be in there shopping and then, you know, waiting for you, or
Yeah.
instead of just sitting and waiting unless I
honestly think that's why I like that park. The older I'm getting, the
Yeah.
more I like that park, and I'm realizing it while we're having this conversation, is sort of that it's the easiest kind of for me to be able to just get out of your car and walk into. And on top of that, it does have I feel like the diversity of offerings in age ranges and mobility, and
it's small
you know,
enough.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
you're
and
not
that
like,
you're
oh, we gotta
running.
meet them all the way back at the
Right,
like. I
right.
hate when somebody's like, we're in the America Pavilion, and I'm like, I'm turning around and going back to my car.
Yeah,
I'm not going
right.
all the way back
right.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, at Hollywood
not catching up
Studios,
with
it's
you.
very easy to, it's just, I can see you. You're over there.
Yeah.
You know?
We have time for another one, and then I've got a whole bunch picked out, so I think every week we're going to try and incorporate this more and more. So this one is submitted by Julie, and I think this is a really interesting question. She says, I would like to know what longtime visitors do to shake things up during their visits, little silly changes to make things interesting. For instance, last night at Magic Kingdom, we knew we were exhausted, but wanted to watch the new parade and fireworks before leaving. We stepped off of Space Mountain at 8:50, ran to the bathroom, then across the crowded hub to ride Pirates as the parade was already making its way up Main Street by Casey's Corner. Then see if we could complete the ride and make it out on time to watch the parade as it got to Pecos Bills. We did it! Exclamation point. Very excited. Then we grabbed popcorn and drinks and made it to the monorail to the TTC and watched fireworks from there and the TTC, and was able to get out of the parking lot beating all the traffic. She
Man,
says,
they were booking it.
I
yeah,
know,
I have
yeah.
friends who have done all the parks in one-day challenges, but we only had the one-day ticket. I don't like the 4-day challenge, and I don't like doing that with friends or anybody on planet Earth, because I feel like you spend so much of your day on like Disney
Traveling.
transportation or moving and stuff, and so it's a big element of it. But I do this sort of challenge when we're at Disneyland, especially in the last like 2 hours. Anybody who's ever been there with me knows I do this. In that last 2 hours when people are like, okay, I don't need to stay till closing, and I'm like, yeah, me neither, but you know, like the Fantasyland attractions only have like 5 minutes, and then I'm like, go, like, and I'll be able to be like, they're all together, and I'm like, we could get one more in, and then we end up like 2 or 3 more in, and I'm like, and then it's 12:30 and we've stayed till closing. And it is one of those, like, for me, it's almost like that it's a whole nother. It's not the dopamine of the ride, but it's the dopamine of successfully getting on these other attractions, being like, I did it. I worked the system. I did this. So for me, that's sort of like a little challenge I like to have. I don't know. What about you guys? Do you have anything that you like to, you know, the fun little thing you've gotten used to that you've been here so long that now you're like, I go in and this is my challenge? I know it's tough to think about on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't do anything like that per se, but I try to, because I have we had a dining show about recently, like tried and true favorites, and my default is to always go back to those places because I like them. Even as somebody who goes to it once or twice a year, any opportunity I think to like go to a new restaurant or stay at a new hotel, like I'm usually pleasantly surprised because I love almost everything Disney. So I think trying something new, and then that gets me excited to then show it to like my family when they come down. I can be like, oh, hey, look, I found this, because it just doesn't happen anymore. I think tips and tricks excite me too. Like if I ever like come up with like a money saving thing or things like that I can share. But yeah, I can't think of anything specific. I feel like I spend less time or I spend more time maybe visiting the hotels too, like going over to try even just the quick service so I can see it. So Yeah.
I like to do, and everybody knows my favorite game. It's the stopwatch. I know
Oh,
it's
yeah, you
such a
do.
stupid thing, but I
It's
like
not.
to keep track of it too.
Yeah.
Is the wait time longer or shorter? And it's like that little sort of. Sometimes I'll be like, nope, no way, this is 5 minutes, and then I'll be like, it was 7.5. They owe me 2.5 minutes. I like to be that guy sometimes, but like for fun, like in a
Yeah.
stupid way. But I like to do it like in a bet almost, where you like bet with people, and then you're like, okay. If I'm right, then you owe me a drink, or I'll get the pretzel if it's under an hour.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 59 minutes. And I'm like, boom, you owe me a pretzel.
I mean, yeah.
Lately, I'm trying to be more strategic with my nighttime time, specifically at Magic Kingdom, because Magic Kingdom is not my favorite park during the day, but at night, it's very nostalgic, and there's a lot of attractions that I love to do there. And just recently with the parade reintroduced into the schedule, it is so easy to navigate like a bunch of attractions and then hit the 11 p.m. nighttime parade step off. The other night we got there at like 8 p.m. we were finally in the park, and the park closed at 11 with the last parade stepping off at 11. Between 8 and then we watched the parade right at Tiana's. We did. Oh my goodness, sorry. I'm
Here
trying
we
to
go.
use
No,
my fingers to count.
She's got a demonstration.
Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, because it was the last day before it
Yeah.
closed for a while. Space Mountain, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Haunted Mansion. There was one other thing, and I'm forgetting. But we did like 5 big attractions. Pirates. We did 5 big attractions.
That's good.
How long?
in
How long?
3 hours.
Wow.
Dang.
And
You
then
saw the
we
parade.
watched the parade front row spot. We sat on the ground the whole time and had a great view of the floats
Nice.
right before it goes back into the exit point. And we were exiting Magic Kingdom. There was no line for the ferry, no line for the monorail. We beat all the
Oh, good
crowds.
tip.
We didn't watch fireworks, and we didn't watch the first 9 p.m. parade step off, but we got to do all those rides with basically no wait. We I think it was like 10 minutes was the longest thing we waited for.
Nice.
So I love doing that, like finding these weird, I don't know, just like hours at night that people don't
Yeah.
really think, because you wouldn't be able to do that on a normal,
No.
like without really planning for it. So
I love a spur of the moment Hollywood Studios sort of a thing.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I'll get into this pattern where I'm like, okay, we're going to get there at 6 and maybe the park closes at 9. And I'm like, okay, can I do baseline tap house? Can I look through? Because even if I'm not going to buy anything, one of my favorite things to do is go through the gift shops. I love to see and be like, oh, new. Oop, how much? Like I love to do that. And then be able to be like, can I do Rise of the Resistance? Or, will there be enough time? Because this is the thing, is sunset right now in Florida is like 8:20 or something like that. And so I'll be like, can I also get in like 3 or 4 photos? Can I leave today and somebody who is either with me or I've met there will have a cool photo to take home with them or something like that. I like that challenge. You know what I want to start doing? I have a film camera I've been using. I want to bring that to the parks. But I also, I had bought years ago, and now it's become more popular and they're smaller, but the Instax camera
Yeah.
that Fujifilm does, where it's like the little
yeah.
they do a printer, and I have the printer too, as
can
well
turn
as
any
the
photo
camera.
into that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that's why I
fun.
was like, well, I don't want to do it on the camera, because I was like, now I can get the perfect picture on my phone and then just send it, which is cheating. But I ordered for my mom, and now I'm like, why didn't I do that for myself? And I'm remembering why, but I got her 30 frames. So that I wanted her to challenge herself, and I got her a little pocket printer. It's the Sprocket one, so it's really thin and tiny. It can just go, it's like smaller than your phone, but it prints
Wow.
out 2x3 photos, and if you just peel the back, they're stickers. So you could
Cute.
just give them to somebody or
Nice.
stick them on your phone or whatever. And again, you have the photo, so you can
That's so
keep printing it.
fun.
But yeah, everybody who leaves gets the sticker of the memory. And I thought about challenging myself to go and be able to be like, okay, we're all going to everybody gets a sticker or whatever.
Yeah.
But then the frames, if you don't want to use it as a sticker, you can just slide it in the frame. And the reason why I go to 30 is because I was like, well, I'll challenge her to a photo challenge so that she gets eventually like a month's worth.
Yeah.
The end of the year, Mom, pick out your favorites. We'll stick them. We'll stick them to like a 16 by 20 frame we can buy at like Michael's or something. Stick them, and then you can write 2025. And then
Cute.
you'll have
Yeah.
like the memories of the year. It's like scrapbooking a poster essentially to make a mosaic.
Okay,
And-
email me all this. This is cool.
Yeah, and I thought that would
Good
be
guess.
so. I want to do that. So I want to start doing it with the Instax printer that I have, because I was like, oh, I should start like actually doing this. And my other one is like the film photography. But that I'm still learning how to do, and I have to. It's such a slow process because I've got to go like send the film off. ugh.
Yeah.
And then it's
The
like a
dark
week
room?
to come back or whatever. Yeah, I don't have a
Blast
dark
from the
room yet.
past.
I'll save that for when I get that refrigerator money. But I thought that was like a fun way to make
Dark
something
room, refrigerator,
exciting.
Which one do you
Yeah.
want?
Yeah.
Darker.
The sticker one though, that's where I'm like, do I invest in another printer now? Because I gave
That
my mom
sounds
that one, and I
cool.
was
Yeah.
like, that seems like a lot of fun. But the stickers is cool because it's like, I was like, oh yeah, you can kind of do whatever you want, put it on your computer or
That's
something.
so funny
I
because
think,
I'm
you
getting
know?
into
Too.
scrapbooking again
Yeah.
too. I just bought the book and then I'm like slowly accumulating it. I have a lot of stickers and paper
Yeah.
Yeah.
memorabilia
Oh,
from
I
the
have
parks
such
and stuff.
high hopes to do all of that, and then I just have the supplies and never
I'm
do
determined to
anything.
do it
Are
because I'm
you?
kind
I
of
did
like,
it like one time.
yeah, I
One
want
trip.
more like actual
Yeah,
photos.
I want the
instead of relying on
physical.
my phone.
I think that's what it is. I think I want like
Yeah.
the physical. Like I want the photo. I pulled out this film camera. I want the
Yeah.
film, but you also get digital copies of those now too.
Yeah.
So it's still nice to have that physical thing.
It's also relaxing to like put it together.
It is,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of actual photos.
It's very
that
rewarding.
I do nothing
Mm-hmm.
with. Trips, vacations, you know. And every once in a while we go back and look at them, but you got to. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm keep hitting. Let me hit it again.
It's all right.
Let me
It's
hit
just
it
the
again?
rating keeps going further and further down on the
I'm
podcast, and I
sorry,
look
I'm
worse
sorry,
and
I'm
worse
sorry.
at my job.
So anyway,
Aw.
but yeah, to do something with the photos is always.
Well, and I also find it to be incredibly satisfying, like rewarding in the end. I like to do it as gifts.
Yeah, that's what I was
because you
thinking.
used to be able to buy those like plain photo albums at like Michael's or something
Mm-hmm.
like that on the clearance rack or at like a
Amazon,
Barnes and Noble
yeah.
or Amazon or something like that. And I remember I did one for like my mom had come for a trip, and so we did one with like it was like the Osborne lights, so I like drew the string of lights in
Oh,
there all through the
cute.
photos, and then you did the stickers of the whatever. But it does like I love to be able to like hand somebody that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cool when people do it on the computer too, and it's like the actual book, which I think is
Mm-hmm.
great. But I also love like
Handmade.
yeah, because you're like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, the time and the effort, and obviously not everybody has that time and effort and ability, but
I recently, my grandmother passed away in March, and she used to write me like a really thoughtful card for every holiday you could think of, and so I have boxes of them, and I wanted to be able to just like kind of like almost like a pep talk, be able to look through some of those. So I took, or I'm working on, I took a scrapbook and like basically like a lot of them, like I cut off the front of the card and just like I just want to see the messages and be able to flip.
that's a really good
flip
idea.
through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, especially and cards are really. That's like one of those. I think cards are really endearing. Like that's a nice gift to give a card.
So I got my best friend Kim a typewriter for her birthday that just happened, and while we were in Milwaukee, I was playing with it, and I was like, I want one now. And so I ordered the same one because I was like, well, I want it to be like I want them to be like tied together in that way, so I know we're both typing on the same type of machine. And we said we're going to start doing writing
Code
prompts that
machine.
we're going to send each other letters in the mail that have to be written
Oh, that's
on the thing.
awesome.
And it
Oh,
might
that's
just
cool.
literally be on like an index card, right? Like it might
Yeah.
just be like, you know, the whatever, the endearing ghost, blah, blah, blah. And then I write like a little 3 or 4 sentences. And I just thought it would be something fun to do like with the mail. And again, like you've said, Chloe, and like what you've said, Hannah, with the thing, all these things, it's just like, it's this dumb little thing, but then we could put it all together.
Yeah.
And I think
love
about like
snail mail.
how could we incorporate that sort of stuff, like doing it with Disney parks, you know? And
Yeah.
something that might be fun is like, you know, they have post offices or they have mailing stations in all the parks. Like, do something like that and then mail it from there. And then somebody like, I have one letter that my father had written me before he died that I didn't realize it was on my desk. Because I have like this one little section where it's like a couple of notebooks and it's like squished together and it's important things, and it was in there, and I found it after he died, but I was like, it's his handwriting now. So now
Yeah.
I have like the handwriting, and I was like, oh, okay, this is really cool and important. And I was like, it's stuff like that where you don't realize you're going to want to like preserve it. And so I was like, some way to be able to do it with the cards, I think is such a beautiful idea, because there's something magical about knowing
Handwriting's so
somebody
personal,
like
too.
came
Took
it like
the
comes from
time.
here to here.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with the printing the photo and giving the sticker, the handwriting,
you can
these
get
things.
Disney stamps at the post office.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I bought those
Yeah.
villains ones.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
my
years
new
ago.
one. I don't know how old they
Bought
are when they
so
came out,
many.
but they're the forever stamp for Buzz Lightyear.
Oh,
I absolutely
cool.
love that stamp.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just bought a bunch of them.
I used to collect stamps as a kid, so I have a lot of like
Nerd.
old.
I know. So checks
I
out. I
know,
love
such a
that.
nerd.
Now we found her embarrassing story.
Hey, but
I'm
forever
just kidding, I'm just
stamps,
kidding.
you
Did you have
could be
Muppet
rich.
ones?
I did
got
have
forever
I do
stamps.
have the full sheet of the Henson ones.
Are you ever going to use them, or are you just
I've
think you're
used
going
a
to keep
few.
them?
I have a sheet that's like it's dipped into, and then I have a full sheet that's untouched. So
I've got so many stamps.
when we were in the lockdown, and they were like, we have to support the post office. I bought a couple sheets of stamps, and I don't know where they are now. But
Oh, no.
I got like
Sitting on
Scooby Doo and Halloween ones,
Yeah.
and they're like forever ones. So whenever I find them, I'll whatever.
And
but
you know what's fun is to use a Christmas stamp in the springtime. It really freaks people out.
well, that's why I did
You're
the
so
Halloween
reckless.
one. Yeah.
Or a Valentine's stamp at Christmas time. Because always when the fall comes and November comes, I'm going to send Christmas cards this year, and
I
I buy
know.
all these stamps, and then
Uh-huh.
I'm still working on the Christmas cards from 5 years ago. I pull out the box and write a few, and then I'll mail them one day,
Yeah.
and it'll be totally outdated. Stella started first grade this year. Anyway,
Aw.
but yeah, I love theme stamps for different holidays, and I do, and I love the Disney stamps too.
All right. I'm going to finish this conversation here. That was actually a really fun way to end the show. I feel like, sorry, there is one of the cables is dying in the microphone, so it keeps making a noise. That's that thing that you can hear. So I apologize for that. Unfortunately, I can't see that before it happens. It just happens when it happens. And I do also want to say to our live chat, very much appreciate having you here. And I see your comments about the ads that happen. Unfortunately, that is a YouTube thing where it does this thing where it mutes the conversation and shows the ad side by side, but the show keeps playing. So all of my advice to you is when that happens, you have to rewind it backwards. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of those ads, and I can't change how they're perceived in that way. So it's like the price you pay for joining in live, and I feel like that's not an awesome answer, and I apologize for that. But hopefully our friends at YouTube fix that situation for everybody, because I like having you here, I like having this chat. Thank you, everybody, for having this conversation. Thank you for everybody who has submitted. We have a bunch more of these vacation planning questions, so we'll keep trying to do this as the shows come up, and hopefully we'll have some more exciting news to talk about, some more fun Disney discussions coming out. Before I go, I'm going to ask everybody if you wouldn't mind giving the video a thumbs up one more time. If you haven't done that, it does really help us out, so I really appreciate that. Leave some questions or comments in the comment section of this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you click the bell, you get notified whenever we go live or any of this other content, like that park merch video that randomly came out earlier this week. We did see the 2025 Halloween collection that'll be coming out on this channel later this week. Hopefully you'll also see I'm finally releasing this massive Universal Epic Universe video that I did that's going to be 3 hours long. I apologize for that, but it is all I explained it in the video, so tune into that, check that out. We've got dining reviews coming up, a whole bunch of stuff, so we appreciate all of you being here. And if you are listening to this, I do really appreciate that as well. So please rate and review the podcast whenever you have the opportunity. Please be kind when it comes to that, because there have been a lot of audio issues in this episode specifically, and we are working on it. So just thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this fun Disney news and discussion. And that is going to do it for this episode of the Diz Unlimited. But we shall return with another.